Okay, so the provincial government just dropped a bomb on the real estate market. Hey everybody, I'm Will Campbell with the Campbell Group in Royal LePage Atlantic, and yesterday the province of Nova Scotia released their budget for the year of 2022 and 2023. But before we get into that, drop a bomb on the like button. Make sure you're subscribed and make sure to check out that notification bell so that you get notified anytime I upload new videos. So yesterday, the province of Nova Scotia released 2 new forms of taxing non-resident home buyers in the province of Nova Scotia. So if you are a non-resident of Nova Scotia, meaning that you don't currently live here and you intend to buy property in this province for whatever reason, you may be subject to these new taxes. First and foremost, they're implementing a 5% D-transfer tax on non-resident buyers, meaning that if you don't currently live here and you plan to buy a property in Nova Scotia without the intent of moving here within 6 months of buying that property, you're expected to pay a 5% additional D-transfer tax on that purchase. So just to put that in perspective, if you're not from here and you're buying a $500,000 property, you'll be expected to pay a D-transfer tax of $25,000. That's on top of the already 1.5% D-transfer tax that we have in place for all property. So if you're a non-resident and you plan on buying here, you're looking at a total of 6.5% in taxes right up front. In addition to the 5% increase in D-transfer tax for non-residents, they're also adding an annual property tax increase for non-residents of $2 per every $100 of assessment value of your property. This isn't applicable for properties that have 3 or more units, or if your property is rented out to a resident of Nova Scotia for 12 months or longer. So to put that in perspective, if you have a property that has an assessed value of $500,000, you are going to be responsible to pay an additional $10,000 in taxes per year. Okay, so they kind of dropped this bomb on us. The announcement came out yesterday. It takes effect 2 days from today, and they haven't really given us an explanation as to how this actually works. There are a lot of questions that I have that I don't know the answers to, and I'm sure there are a lot of questions that you have that you don't know the answers to. And if that's the case, drop your questions in the comment section below and I will do my best to find the proper answer for you. First question I have, Airbnbs. So if I don't live in Nova Scotia and I own a property that I Airbnb, that's considered a short-term rental. It's not occupied for the 12 months by a Nova Scotia resident. It may not even be occupied by a Nova Scotia resident. So if I own an Airbnb, am I subject to this additional tax? What about cottages? Are they considered residential property? What if I live in PEI or in New Brunswick and I own a summer home in Nova Scotia? Are those subject to the taxes? What about land? What if I live in Ontario or in New Brunswick and I want to buy a piece of land and I want to build a house on it and move into that house as soon as it's ready? Well, it's probably not going to be ready within 6 months of me buying the land. So am I subject to the 5% D-transfer tax? What if I have a son or a daughter that plans on attending university in Halifax? And I know they're going to be here for 4 to 6 years, so I wanted to buy a property as a rental for them to live in and then sell it. Am I now responsible to pay this D-transfer tax and the additional property tax every year? So as you can see, there are a lot of questions out there that we just don't really have the answers to. The government hasn't really given us any direction, and unfortunately they've put all of the responsibility on realtors because it's on us to make sure that our clients know what they're responsible to pay before they make the decision of listing or writing offers on houses. The Nova Scotia Association of Realtors lobbied hard against this personally, and these are just my own thoughts. I don't think this is going to have much of an effect on the market. They've tried things like this before in other markets in BC and Ontario with foreign buyer tax and vacancy taxes, and it's never really had an effect. From my own personal experience and from agents that I talk to at my office, the percentage of buyers that are speculative buyers, meaning that they live outside of the province and own a property here that they don't do anything with, they just hold it, it's not rented out, they don't live there, they don't vacation there, nothing like that. The percentage of those buyers in the marketplace is very low, and that's really the only person that this is going to deter from wanting to buy real estate in Nova Scotia. But most importantly, I want to know what you guys think, right? Like, what do you think? Is this going to help slow the market down? Because if that's the case, then I'm all for it. I think that there's better ways to slow the market down, but I think that this is a way that won't necessarily disparage a lot of Nova Scotia residences. But at the same time, I'm very skeptical whether it's actually going to do anything or not. I think all it's going to do is put a little bit more money in the pocket of the provincial government. But I would love to know what you think. Are you welcoming this new tax? Do you want to keep interprovincial money out of the province so that we can keep things more affordable for people that have grown up here? What do you guys think? Leave a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to get your take on this. And again, as new information comes out about this program, I'll try my best to keep you guys updated so that we are all on the same page and know exactly what this means for you as a property owner or a future property owner in the province of Nova Scotia. But until the next video, take care and have a great day.